2026, the Obama Presidential Center opens in Chicago on Juneteenth. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I actually visited the center a couple of weeks ago. And if you have been following me on my socials, I've been posting every day about some of the finds, the artifacts that I found in there and how it can relate to you as a small business owner or coach or consultant. I went there during the preview days before it officially opened, and I've been thinking about what this moment means ever since. That's why I started my series. I didn't want to go away from that, not just as a cultural moment, though it is one, and not just as a point of Chicago pride. I lived in Chicago for 10 years, and that's true too. I've been thinking about it as a builder because what went up on that campus on the south side of Chicago isn't just a museum. There's a museum right next to it, the Museum of Art and Science and Industry. And I used to live in an apartment across the street. So where the center sits right now, it used to be a park or part of a green field. But it's not just a museum, it's infrastructure. And I think there's a lesson that every single business owner watching this right now can learn. Let me give you some context in case you haven't been following the story. It's been all over lately. But the Obama Presidential Center is a 19-acre campus. And I'm going to make sure I put some B-roll in here so you can see in Hyde Park on the south side of Chicago. It's an $850 million project. It's got a museum. It's got a public library. It's got athletic facilities. It's got gardens. There's some event space. It opens officially on Juneteenth. And that date is not a coincidence. Every single decision about this campus was made with intention. The location, the South Side, that's where the Obama story actually started. And I remember when I used to live there, I was invited by a good friend who knew a community organizer named Barack Obama who was doing a fundraiser. I was invited to an event, and lo and behold, I didn't even go. I wish I did, but I didn't go. That's just my story. The South Side, especially Hyde Park, is not downtown where the foot traffic is easier. It's on the South Side where it's planting something that really has meaning on the South Side. The museum towers and has words, "You are America," carved into the exterior. So light comes through it, the letters, into the room inside. From the sky room on the upper levels, you get to look out on Chicago with those words. I'll put a picture of here because it's gorgeous. And then there's the public library branch on the campus, because the vision has never been just to build a landmark. It is to build a resource, something that serves the people long after the ribbon cutting is just a memory. It is a difference between a monument and infrastructure. I want to ask you something about your business. If you stepped away from your business for 90 days and you stopped posting, you stopped networking, you stopped being the engine, what would your marketing do? I'll give you a second to think about that. For most business owners I work with, and these are successful people with real revenue, real numbers, real results, and reputations, the honest answer is that it would stop. Then leads would slow down, referrals would quiet, and the revenue would follow. It's not because they're doing anything wrong. It's because of what they've built. As impressive as it is a performance. It needs to show up every single day to keep it running. That's a performance that needs you in it every single day. It is a job with your name on it. And I know some of you wanted to leave your job, and now you have a job of running your business. You've built what you need to survive first, and then it will grow. You figured it out as you go. A lot of us did it without a board of advisors, without institutions backing us, without a safety net. And that's how we got it done. We just had to get it done. There's a point here where what you got here stops being enough to get you where you're going. And the shift that has to happen isn't working harder. Trust me, it's not that. But it's really building differently. I want to give you a framework to think about this. Two types of businesses. The monument business is impressive. It's built around one person's talent, relationships, daily efforts. It performs well when that person is fully engaged, and it doesn't grow beyond what that person can hold. And if they stop, it stops. Or the infrastructure business. It still has a person at the center, don't get me wrong, a vision, a voice, an expert, but it's built on systems that work without daily manual input. The marketing is connected. The messaging is clear. The right people find it, trust it, and buy from it, whether the founder is actively pushing for that week or not. Obama didn't just build a monument to his presidency. He built infrastructure for his community, a place designed to keep giving after the spotlight moves on. The question for your business is, which one are you building? Here's how I diagnose with clients. I use what's called the 6 Ps. And I want to walk you through them quickly because I want you to honestly assess where you are. And these 6 Ps of marketing, if you're a marketer, you should know these. This is pretty remedial, but I will go through them fairly quickly for anybody who's not familiar with this whole process. First comes product. Is what you're selling solving a real specific problem? Real specific for a person, and it's at the right price point. Price. Is your pricing right for the market that you're actually in? Are you pricing right for the market? Place. Are you selling where the buyers are? Not where you're comfortable, but where they are. Promotion. Do you have a coherent system for getting attention and converting? Not tactics, but a system. Do you have a coherent one? Perception. These are the other P's that they miss. How does the market actually see you? Not how do you think they see you, but actually, how do they really see you? How do they know you? And then positioning. Are you occupying a distinct space in your category? Or are you one of just several look pretty similar from the outside? What makes you different? Most businesses I review have done serious work on the first four. Product is real, price is defensible, promotion is running, but perception and positioning almost always go unexamined. And that's where the building starts to lean. That's why marketing works technically, but doesn't compound the way the effort should produce. You want it to compound, just like you would do for a savings account. You want to have it compounding with you daily. Here's what I want you to hear as we're sitting here in June 2026. The businesses that are going to look back on 2027 as their best year, they're not waiting for Q4 to start thinking about this. They're making infrastructure decisions right now in the summer when things are a little quieter, when there's actually room to think. I had a client come into the revenue blueprint with a strong promotion, the real results, but zero positioning. She was the best kept secret in her market. Within 90 days, her referrals actually doubled because her messaging finally said something distinct. People actually tell what made her different. That's what infrastructure does. It looks while you're doing other things. The Obama Presidential Center wasn't built in a weekend. We know that. It took a while. It took years with intentional planning, decision-making, and building in the right order. Your marketing system doesn't need years, but it does need intention. It needs to know who's it for. It needs messaging that's clear enough that your ideal client reads it and thinks, oh, she's talking to me. It needs real structure that moves people from finding you to trusting you to hiring you without you personally managing every step. That's what I built with clients inside the Revenue Blueprint, not just a content plan, not just a social media strategy or putting a promotion together, but it's a connected system where every piece knows its job. Infrastructure, not performance. So today, on the day that Obama's Presidential Center opens, I want to leave you with one question. Are you building a monument or are you building infrastructure? Both take work, but only one holds up without you. If you're ready to build the infrastructure version, the marketing system that works like a business you actually want to run, there's a link below that you can learn more about the Revenue Blueprint. And if you are not there yet, just subscribe and keep watching. You can also join my free community. I'll make sure that's in the description below as well. And you can learn what your marketing should be building over the next several months to make 2027 the best year yet. I'll see you in the next video.